Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Jermaine.
Nice to see you.
Thanks. Nice to see you.
So did you have any trouble getting here today?
No, I didn't.
Good. So before we begin, I should let you know that I am a mandated reporter, and I have to let you know that if you disclose to me that you hurt someone or you are thinking of hurting yourself in some kind of way, then I have to report that, okay?
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, before we begin, do you mind if I ask you some questions?
No.
I'm going to interview you about your experience in the welfare system and what it did for you and where you're basically. I guess I'm trying to get at see where it's going to take you.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
Okay, good. So, first of all, I wanted you to tell me if it was not easy, but if it was pretty effortlessly done of you trying to get into the welfare system. Was that a pretty easy thing for you to do?
It wasn't like applying for it, or just like moral standard.
No, applying for it.
No, it wasn't. I mean, you go in and fill out their forms, and make copies of your birth certificates or any kind of stuff that you have, and basically invite them into your world.
And you have kids?
Yes, I do. I have 3.
3 kids? And did you always live here, or did you?
No, I came up here from Arizona.
And you came up for what reason?
No, my mom was sick.
So you left your job that you had in?
Yeah, I actually lost my job because I came up here when the doctors at the hospital said that my mom wasn't going to make it through her coma. And so I ended up losing my job over that by coming up here. So when she pulled through her coma, I basically went back to Arizona and kind of put everything in storage and came back up here.
So I'm hearing that in order to take care of your mom, you had to uproot your kids and leave your job and everything that you had in order to help out a family member.
Yes.
And so because of that, you had to rely on the welfare system.
Yes.
And they pretty much took care of you as far as, I'm not sure what your benefits would have been, but
when I came here, I didn't have a job, and I was pregnant at the time, and so I qualified for receiving full assistance, and even though I was getting child support for my oldest child, I guess for the state of Washington it wasn't considered enough for a family of 3. So they gave me what's called TANF, and you get the medical for you and your kids, and food stamps, and then a cash benefit. And it's not anything to like live off of, but I was staying with some friends, so I mean, I was able to keep like gas in my car and pay the bills that I had at the time.
So you had support here then?
Yes.
So you have family here and friends here, and that's good. That's good. And so when you were into the system and everything, then everything from there on was basically smooth sailing. It was smooth sailing from the beginning, I'm gathering, but...
Yeah, they asked for, because paternity had never been established for my son, who was my second child, and so they actually got the ball rolling on that, and we established paternity for him, and that just recently got filed this week as far as like what's allotted to him from his dad.
That's good. That's good. So they actually, did they have an advocate kind of help you through that, or?
They had a prosecuting attorney that I met with, and we actually had to go down and have both of us be swabbed, and they sent it down to San Diego where his dad's at, and basically it's kind of, the state of California has holds the reins in all this, because he was consumed there. And so, they're the ones that have actually done this child support order, are the ones kind of, I guess, set the amount and whatnot. So it's not really, basically just the state of Washington's just communicating it to me on what's going on.
Did you ask them to do that, or did they just take it upon themselves?
The state of Washington, well, they do it because for one, you're receiving a cash benefit. If I wasn't receiving a cash benefit, I pretty much can guarantee that I wouldn't have paternity done at all. It would still be, you know, in limbo and just waiting, I guess, for his dad to get his stuff together and morally just take it upon himself. But anytime, I guess, anybody's receiving full assistance is when they more so go after the fathers the hardest.
Right, right.
Because I know when I lived in the state of Oregon and I went through the child support enforcement for the state of Oregon, and because I wasn't on welfare when I lived in Oregon, I was working and full-time, they didn't really push the issue on helping me get child support or establish paternity, because his dad's in the military. They said he was kind of protected by this Soldier Sailor Relief Act, and it really had nothing to do with it at all. They just really, you know, because I wasn't on full-fledged welfare, they weren't trying to help me.
And so the state of Washington doesn't have those same laws?
I'm sure they have the same laws, but because I was receiving full assistance, I was getting cash from the state,
Okay.
you know, they kind of pushed the issue harder on the other parent, on the absent parent.
How did you know that they were going to do that when you, how did you feel about that when they told you that they were pursuing that? And I'm sure...
I was kind of surprised. I mean, they got me his information, even his social security card, like, number right away. And I was like, wow, I go, my son's almost 7 years old, and, you know, that's the most I've gotten. But I'm just not happy with the results of it. I mean, I'm glad that you know, the paternity is established, and I'm glad that he's going to be paying child support, but it doesn't go back to the whole 7 years that, you know, my son's been on this earth. It only goes back to December of 2010.
Right, right, that must be really tough.
That is tough.
You've had to raise him for 7 years.
And so it's, you know, just basically another absent father not being held accountable for anything.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, in the meanwhile, he's going to be responsible till at least 18, and will you have to deal with, you know, going to court or anything like that? You don't have to worry about anything like that?
They said the visitation's different, so I guess if he wants to see his son, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to press the issue unless my son presses the issue on me. So.
Right. And so, and for your mom, do you have to worry about some help for her when, you know, she's ill, right?
Well, when I came here, I pretty much lined up for her, because she's of Medicare age. I've lined up to where she receives Medicaid as a secondary, and she also qualifies because of her Social Security and her tribal check. Her income guidelines qualify her to receive food stamps, and so she does get some help from the state, but not like full-fledged help, not like a money grant or anything like that.
Okay.
But she does qualify for some things, and we'll be leaving here probably within a couple of months, and she will go back to her reservation in Oregon, and myself and my kids will go back to Arizona.
And so what are you going to do in Arizona?
Well, since I've been here, I kind of started trying to work towards being an independent business owner, and seeing where that goes. I work a full-time job right now, and I do that in my spare time.
That's nice. That's nice. Are you thinking of pursuing an education at all?
I'm currently finishing my funeral service degree. I'm doing my last class in it right now, kind of through just taking the testing proctor testing here from Mount Hood Community College to Skagit. So it's just a 3-credit class, and I'll be done with it this quarter, hopefully.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So right now you have 3 children. You are working full time, taking a class, and taking care of a mom that's ill. And you have no support from outsiders, basically. Is that what
I wouldn't say my mom's completely ill. She does a lot of stuff on her own. It's just more so she needs somebody to kind of help, do the grocery shopping because she doesn't drive anymore. I take her to her doctor's appointments and pay the bills and do. I said grocery shopping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, grocery shopping, and as far as outside support, I have some pretty close friends here, and that I kind of lean on, and there's a couple family members that I can rely on.
Great, great. Well, I hear that you're doing really well. It seems like you're really getting it together.
Thank you.
So, well, our time's about up. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. But
no, thank you. I appreciate you interviewing me. I hope it helps other people.
I'm sure it will. Thank you so much, Tanya.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
No problem.